I was really hoping to get in like a quick 9 or 18 today. I'm so glad you were free. Thanks for coming along.
Yeah, of course.
So how's life been treating you on the Symetra Tour?
Well, first of the year, so I'm pretty excited to get back, but this is my 8th year as a pro, and everything's been pretty good. You know, everything that I've noticed in the last 8 years, how much the Symetra Tour has grown, and you know, the sponsorships are getting bigger and bigger, so we're pretty excited about that.
What's it been like for you? I know you've also spent some time on the LPGA, kind of going back and forth between the two.
Yeah, so there's definitely, you know, a little bit of a difference between LPGA and Symetra Tour, but I will say, you know, the competition is just getting tougher and tougher. Like I said, this is my 8th year, and I've noticed that's one of the big things that's growing with the Symetra Tour is competition's getting stronger, and but you know, you get your taste up there on the LPGA, and you want to get back as soon as possible. So that's the game plan for the end of this year, is to be in that top 10 and, you know, hopefully get back there.
You've had some big changes in your life over the last few years, becoming a mom. What's your daughter's name? She has a beautiful name. It's so different.
You.
How did you come up with that?
Her name's Jamelia Grace Virgili, and Jamelia was actually a name on the Rohanna side, so on my family side.
Aww.
And it was my great grandmother, and it's Lebanese. And you know, I never really said it though before she was born, but Jamelia Virgili, I feel like she's gonna have like a pasta company one day. It sounds so Italian.
It's beautiful. How is she with all the traveling and being on the road with you?
Oh, she's so good. That's what I was saying, how she really is a great traveler. I let her get away with a lot when we're not traveling, because, you know, traveling's half of her life. So and she's so good. She loves it. She gets on the plane, she like entertains the entire plane.
Aww. I mean, how do you begin to juggle that with the travel and still trying to practice and being a mom? Like, how do you manage to juggle all that out here?
It's tough. I mean, I have such a good support group though, between my parents, my in-laws, my husband, and we raise cattle, and my husband runs a meat processing shop. So it's kind of nice that we're both kind of self-employed, so we can kind of create our own schedule. Although for a lot of business owners, they understand you kind of always have to be with your business 24/7. So that's kind of hard too. But you know, I will say, during my off months, being a stay-at-home mom, I'm telling you, I think is way harder than traveling. To me, it's so difficult, and especially with Jamelia, is so active. You know, she's constantly wanting to do stuff, but you know, there's only so much you can do in Pennsylvania in January inside. So we do try and go out as much as we can, but you know, it is hard traveling and, you know, practicing, keeping up with all that. But like I said, I almost think being a stay-at-home mom, where I have to watch her 24/7, is almost even harder. Yeah,
they say being a mom is the hardest job. It really is.
It is.
Have you introduced her to golf at all?
We've tried a lot, and yesterday was the first time. Last night, I have my own little indoor putting green that I made by myself. It's only, you know, you can do 6-footers on it. Was the first time ever she picked up a club on her own and started hitting the ball into the hole. I mean, it was one-handed, and she kind of would place the ball about 2 inches from the hole, but she gets the idea, so I was so excited about that.
What'd you think, Mom? How was her form?
She needs a lot of work. I'm not going to push golf on her. You know, I've been saying that for the longest time.
But if she happens to like it, that would be great, right?
If she happens to like it, that would be wonderful.
So what's life like on the farm when you're not on the road? I mean, I can't even imagine having, how many animals do you have out there? What types of animals do you have? So we raise cattle. We raise about 100 mama cows. So every year we have about 100 calves. Jeez. And my husband does most of that work. I used to help a little bit more, but now, you know, with Jamelia, I'm kind of more helping with her. And but we do, like this year, we do have a bottle calf. So it just so happened the mom just didn't quite take to the calf. So we do have a baby calf that we go and bottle feed every day. And you know, you think Jamelia would at least like that too, but she's more into the big cows. And so this year what we did though, we hooked up cameras on our barn, so we can just check our phones at night sometimes, so we can just see, okay, is this cow, you know, did it have a calf yet? Is it struggling? Do we need to go check?
But it's crazy.
That's so. You have such an interesting life. I mean, from being a professional golfer to having a farm, and now you're a traveling mom. Like,
I know.
That's so different.
Crazy. Thank you. So, well, like I said, though, we're pretty fortunate because it's everybody in our family helps everyone. I mean, my dad helps my husband, my mother-in-law helps me. So we're so lucky on that part.
So, what are your goals for 2020?
Like I said, I definitely want to be obviously in the top 10 at the end of the year, and what that takes is, you know, my thought process is around $80,000 to $90,000. You know, you kind of hate to put a number, like I guess a price to, you know, your goal, but I know that's what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna just have to win. And ideally, you know, the bigger purse events, but a win is a win, and it gives you so much confidence throughout the year. So that's kind of just my game plan is, you know, get out there and try and play the best that I can. Looking back on my last year's stats, I know 2 things that I really need to do is work on hitting fairways and hitting greens. So I think, you know, going into this year, I'm a longer ball hitter. If I have to take the driver out of my hand just to hit a fairway, that's what I'm going to do. So, you know, hitting those fairways, giving me a better opportunity of hitting greens, and then, you know, more birdie opportunities on the green is kind of my game plan for the year.
Well, knowing what you have to work on is half the battle. So good luck this season, and Mama, you're doing a great job, and keep up the good work.
Thanks so much.